Double R Flo-Town, we are cruising. 2026 is we are rocking into 2026 hard.
I mean, we're getting close to March 1st now.
Yeah, we're almost at the end of February.
It's crazy. It's been moving good. So it's good to be here. We got our little brother Chris Langmo with us.
Yes, we got
The
little
star
bro.
of the show is back. You're
Little
welcome.
bro.
Ratings are about to go up.
You cannot be the star when you have that jacket.
wore his
This is
Florida.
why I am the star.
But he loves living in Florence.
He does.
I do.
Chris, you love it. You tell me
We
you
found
love
somebody.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I tell people, I'm like, Chris loves living here.
It's a perfect size. It's
Yeah.
a perfect size.
And this is
Telling
from
you.
a man who's lived in some big cities. You
That's
know,
right.
Orlando.
That's right.
big
Tallahassee.
city.
Big-ish.
You love Florence way more than Orlando.
I do. No. I'm right at home here. Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I really do. I really do.
Well, your roots are here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Shout out Williamsburg County.
The Langmos go deep in King Street.
That's right.
They do.
Deep in
Now, seriously, for those who may have missed your stardom, who are you and what do you do?
So I'm Chris Langmo. I'm from Orlando, but I'm here now, partnered with you guys doing property management here in Florence. And we're off to a good start. I mean, we're adding 80 units in the next month and a half or so.
So we're blowing past 100 doors.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, well past.
When did we start this property management company?
Beginning of October. On paper, September, but we really didn't start fully rolling out till October.
Yeah.
So in less than 5 months, we've got well over 100 properties under management.
Yeah.
And we expect you to continue on that growth.
I will do my best. I don't make promises. I don't make guarantee to owners or partners, but I can guarantee I will try my best.
He has been buying me lunches from Riverland.
That's
Riverland's
good.
starting to buy lunches. I feel like I've made it.
That's,
When Riverland can buy lunches, we're doing
when
good.
the government pays for a third of it, that's a good lunch. That's a good
There
lunch.
you go.
I love our name. I love the name Riverland Property Management. I mean, we got the best name and logo.
It's fun. My dad always said, you can't name it anything to do with your name or a location because you always need to sound bigger than you are.
True.
You need
that's
to just
good.
pretend to be a national brand. Not that we're trying to be that, but you need to sound bigger than you are. Not just, look, we got a desk in a closet somewhere.
So does your dad like our name? Does he like
yeah,
it?
I mean,
Good.
yeah, I think so.
Well, and so I want to talk about that for a second. I mean, that's really cool advice and good advice your dad gave you. But tell us a little bit about your background, your dad, what, kind of business and that type of thing. What got you interested in property management?
Yeah, I mean, really, he was in staffing for a long time, which has nothing to do with real estate, but, he would buy, these timber tracts around Williamsburg County where he's from, just because, his parents lived there, his brothers lived there and everything, and he just wanted a place to hunt. So that's kind of how I got into real estate, was first getting involved with the timber business a little bit, and then I was working with my uncle when I first moved here. And I just bush hogged one too many days. And I was like, I need to figure something out. I'm like, we're buying all this real estate, these timber tracts. Maybe I should get my real estate license. So I did that. And then, but I was living here in Florence, and that's great. But you get a big paycheck every once in a while and then a long time without a paycheck. And I was like, I really like the idea of, every month I'm getting, some steady Eddie money.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I thought of property management was, hey, I mean, it's not big money, but it's something every month I can count on, So that was the thought. And then the other thing is I think there's not enough, really good people doing property management because it's not a glamorous business. It's not a cool tech or a cool bar you own. Like it's not it's nothing glamorous. Nobody thinks about that,
So that really gets to the heart of, why did we start a property management company? Robert and I, and you, you have your real estate license. We sell real estate, which is different than managing property.
Yeah.
But you just kind of hit on why we saw a need in the market for this.
Yeah.
And so what's Riverland trying to accomplish?
Yes. So, really, it comes down to management is going to make or break a deal. You can find a fantastic deal on a duplex or a small apartment building or townhouses, but no matter how good the deal is, if it's poorly managed, you're not going to make any money.
That's
like
exactly
it's not going to work. So that's kind of where, and I'm interested in one day kind of getting more investment properties of my own. So selfishly, I want to learn about it by doing it for other people, you know, but also I don't think there's a ton of, like I said, you know, there's not a ton of people getting into it. And I think it's a really important
It was beautiful
business.
for us because it verticaled perfectly for what we do.
Yeah.
And now our fingers on the pulse of both sides of the market.
Yeah.
You know, we talk every day about, okay, what's renting right now, what's not. You know, we just had a townhome. How many units was that? 12 on Alligator?
So there was 8. Yeah.
Eight,
And I mean,
8 units, and those rented.
within 2 weeks.
You
yeah.
rented all 8 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when you look at the median income, I mean, I think that $1,300 to $1,400 range, I mean, it's a small sample size, but it moved really, really quick.
Yeah.
You know, I just think that's kind of the sweet spot we're seeing right now. We always need nicer stuff too for professionals coming into town, but, you know, just from the management side, that's what we're seeing, you know, I think.
I love the mix we have. We have a good mix of properties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think exactly what you said, Robert. Having the property management company really helps round out the pulse that we need to have on what's going on in the real estate market in the Pee Dee.
Yes.
And like we said, you know, seeing what those 8 new townhomes at $1,350 a month, how quickly they rented in the middle of winter. I mean, we're talking about mid-January, we brought them online and they were rented.
Yeah.
That really gives us a lot of data points to help educate the sellers that we're going to list their homes, helps us know how to craft, you know, conversations to buyers who are looking to buy or sell, what the market's doing overall. It's been really helpful.
Yeah, and I was going to say and the other thing is to educate, you know, our owners that we work with right now who are trying to expand their portfolio. Hey, this is what I'm seeing we need, you know, and this is what we need more of, in my opinion, you know, and so that's the other side of it is we can help educate because it's not just hey, I'm going to get you your check every month. You know, I want you to make as much money as possible off your rental portfolio because, you know, that's my job.
Yeah.
You know?
So this weekend, I had a buddy at church and he needed a place for 2 months.
Yep.
And I love that, you know, we can help them because you've got the short term, we've got the long term. You know, I texted you guys, I'm like, hey, Josh needs this. It kind of like gelled in my mind this weekend. I'm like, we're controlling a lot of real estate here, and there's power in being able to put somebody where they need to go, not just buying a house or renting long term, even short term.
Mm-hmm. It is. It was really cool. And there is a definite market. People need to rent at times.
Yeah.
People need to buy at times. People need to sell at times. And we can cover all of that with what we're doing. So it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, anybody moving here, these younger professionals coming for the medical industry or whatever, I mean, they don't know where they want to live.
Right.
Even if you have the money to buy a house, it's not a good idea to buy a house in a city you've just visited once, you know?
Yeah.
So that's where we need these higher end rentals, you know, that we've got some coming downtown.
Let's talk
You
about
know.
the downtown Cheves Street
Yeah.
ribbon cutting next week. Teddy Dowling. This is kind of the real first splash of high-end townhome community downtown Florence.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about the biggest employer is about less than a mile away from them, you know, so if you're coming, you know, these younger doctors who are coming to work from McLeod, you know, that's a perfect place for them to go. Until they buy.
These units are incredibly attractive. I mean, these are units that you would see in Charleston or downtown Greenville, and they would be the best of the properties that Greenville or Charleston has. But we've got them right here in Florence, and they are very attractive.
Izzy, let's throw a picture up. I'll send you so everybody can see them.
I'll be honest, if they were for sale, I might buy one. You know, for Rebecca and I, one day downsizing and maybe getting another place at the beach or something, we could have this really cool spot.
These are how you change a downtown.
Yeah.
This is how you grow a downtown. What Teddy and Chris are doing.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, the other thing is I think it's going to be these younger residents and stuff like that coming here for the residency because the full 3-3 for that. To where, look, 3 medical students or residents or young doctors, they can all have their own bedroom. They can all have their own full bathroom, not a little half bath or anything like that, and then just have the shared living space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Robert, I think it was when we were talking to Kiwanis earlier this year, somebody asked, an older gentleman, member of Kiwanis, who's done a lot of business in Florence over his career. I think he asked us, what's it going to take to really make downtown pop? And this is it. Yeah. Getting people living down there, because then businesses come to where people are. And so I appreciate Teddy and Chris Cauthen going out and being trailblazers in this way.
They're taking a risk.
They're taking, but let's go back to the episode number 1.
Risk takers.
What did Gary Finkley tell us? You've got to have risk takers in a community to move it forward.
Exactly.
And so that's what Teddy and Chris are doing, and that they've done, and they have plans to continue to do it. And as more and more people move downtown, more businesses will come downtown, more restaurants will go downtown. Mm-hmm. And, we've already done some phenomenal stuff with helping elevate downtown. There's more to do.
And if they're already working on another project that's going to have residential and commercial component, so we got to get these rented, and let's keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Pressure's on, Chris. The
That's
pressure's
right.
on.
Yeah.
So let's revisit, going back to just kind of the rental market in general. Mm-hmm. Two questions I have for you. One, what is happening with rents right now in Florence? They're coming down a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, they haven't been shooting up. They've probably come down a hair, but we're at a slow time just in the year. But really, I was surprised with how much it popped at the beginning of January.
Okay.
I saw, and I don't know if you guys saw it with residential, but there was, after the holidays, it kind of popped for a little bit.
And then it got cold and cooled back off quickly.
Yeah, right.
But so now it feels like it's warming back up a hair.
Back. Yeah. Like I said, it
just follows the temperature outside, I think. It depends on what the temperature is outside.
It's interesting, but you're spot on with that, Robert. Yeah. It really does. So what about technology? AI, how do we harness technology for especially, the property owners that we service? We manage their properties. How is Riverland harnessing technology to really be better than anybody else in the community at property management?
Yes, so the biggest thing is automated schedulings for showings, but the other big one that we're kind of just now nailing down is with the work orders. It can be as soon as a tenant has a problem and they put it in our system and we have our vendors in the system, it shoots straight to the vendors. So there's no, hey, he's not answering my calls, but my dishwasher's broken and it's been weeks. It's a automatic straight to our, guys who can fix whatever you need.
That's awesome.
Well, that's real money in the property owner's pocket, because that tenant's happier, which means that tenant's going to stay in that property when the lease needs to be renewed. Yeah. That's real money, real advantage to the property owner.
Yeah, look, happy tenants are going to renew, and every day that you're vacant is costing you money.
Absolutely.
If you break out, if it's even vacant a week, you do the math on that, what it is a day, and you're not going to be thrilled about it. You need to re-sign, everybody you can that's being a good, responsible tenant, paying on time, has their insurance up to date, I
love our systems. That's what I always felt like. Hold on, there's a real opportunity to set up a more high tech, young guy running it property management company in this town, and that's what we're doing. And we will continue to invest in whatever we need to be at the cutting edge of doing this the best we can.
Yeah.
And we've got some technology I don't even really want to talk about because I don't want other people knowing about it.
Yep, that's right.
So,
Chris, you're doing an awesome job.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate all your help.
Before we go, though, I think you're doing a fine job. We're proud of you. It's awesome to work with you. But we've got the pride of Hope College.
Yeah, there's We've got a new listener that we wanted to shout out. His name's Garrett. He's a young stud up at Hope College, just grinding to get off the practice squad, and we're all rooting for you, buddy.
Garrett's my buddy.
Yeah.
I
he's the
love
man.
Garrett, and I love when he comes to town and brings that golf energy.
That's right. There's
You know,
golf.
I
When
mean,
Garrett's in town, we're golfing.
The
buddy.
golf energy
We're
goes
golfing.
up.
It does. It goes
Garrett,
up.
get back here. We're doing a brothers tournament at the Florence Country Club.
Boom.
When's he coming home?
Hopefully soon, but I don't know.
Good.
The coach might have him on the practice squad.
So I wanted to do just a little update what we've got going on in our life a little bit. I feel like it's probably time for a little real estate update. But Tate got his driver's license yesterday.
Yesterday. I mean, so yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. I mean, there's two big things going on personally in my life. I would say Tate, my youngest,
So all your kids are driving.
all my kids are driving.
Your insurance rates are looking good.
Richie Skipper's a happy man.
Yeah, I think Tate's rate needs to be lower because I'm pretty sure he's going to be a cautious, good driver.
He actually kind of goes too slow. I talked to his driving teacher and was like, "Are you sure he's not too slow at this thing?" And she said, "No, you can be dangerously slow, but he's appropriately slow."
Good.
You know me. I mean, you've been after me for 3 years to get a self-driving
You
car.
need either a
because
driver or a self-driving car, one of the two.
I just like to get where I'm going, and
Yeah.
people need to get out of my way. You know, so
I'm glad you still got a license. That's good.
well, it's good to have good friends in the police department.
So all kids are driving.
Yeah.
That's I got a long way to go for that.
And we're
Reeves.
doing college visits for the second one for
yeah.
Tess. So college visits, driving.
I told you the other day, I'm like, she's gonna end up at USC.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah.
That's number one on our list. But we're taking the tours and going to see what's happening. And
That's good.
we'll
Is
see.
that fun? Is that
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, you know, it's not as much fun as you might think, but it's decent. It's
Yeah.
decent. You know, I don't have to go to Florida State,
well?
so
You'll
that's
probably
good.
have the most fun touring Carolina with her.
Of course. Well, and Talon is a student manager for the baseball team, so we get to go to baseball games and kind of inside track on all of that.
So Kevin sent me the video. I mean, you might have sent it to him of Talon in the dugout.
Yeah.
And he's patting him on the back,
Yeah.
and that was awesome.
That was
man.
last night in Spartanburg. They beat Wofford or Winthrop or whoever at 8-2, and
He's all in the mix.
he's in the mix, and the emotions are up and down depending on what's happening. So
Wow.
I hope he remembers he's got to go to
Season's
class.
gonna be a little tough,
I think so, but hey,
but you never know.
you never know. What's
Yeah.
happening in your life?
Little bro is almost 8 months. He's rocking.
Yeah.
He's didn't sleep great last night, but overall he's awesome. Teal's getting big, deep into dance. You know, we're just rocking life out.
That's cool.
It's fun.
It is
It's
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on in real estate, Reeves? What's the pulse on the market right now?
Well, I think first of all, it's February 18th or something like that. So, you know, people tend to go to sleep right after Thanksgiving, and they don't tend to wake up till March 1st. And that's something you keep reminding me of, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels really weird. I was talking to an agent at the beach a couple of weeks ago.
Myrtle Beach?
Myrtle Beach. And I think she said it pretty good. She said, you know, buyers are sensing there's a lot more blood in the water, but sellers have not given up the fact of their position. And so buyers and sellers, especially because of the time of the year, both, as well as the market's turning from a seller's market to a buyer's market, I think that people are just kind of fighting it out.
That's exactly what's happening.
You know,
But the flip side is I think people are starting to, that 6% interest rate starting to just normalize a little bit.
it needs to.
You know, it was just a shock, and 7 was just when you jump from 3 to 7 that quick,
It's too much.
it just shocked the system.
Yeah.
Now 6 feels okay. I think we're going to get into 5s, and maybe we'll just get in a good balance, is my hope.
Well, I keep telling the buyers, Rebecca and I bought our first home in 2002, 6.75. And I did not think a thing of it.
Right. That was a good rate.
What it was.
It's a good rate.
And we're well below that now. And we've been well below that for 9 months. So again, I just keep going back to, we got to recognize that 2, 3, 4% is not coming back. It should not come back. It would indicate a very unhealthy economy.
True.
And be thankful for a 6.1, 6.2 interest rate. And I've got a young guy right now who needs to buy a house. And with every house that he sends me or I send him, he says, it's just too expensive. And he's right and he's wrong, because that same house next year is going to be even more expensive. People need to, especially young people, they need to hook their train up to the housing market and ride it. Because if you don't own assets, you're going to be left behind in this economy.
Inventory levels are sneaking up, aren't they?
Yeah, so I've got some data here. Inventory is up 64%. Robert.
Hold on, that's not sneaking up.
No, that's not. Year over year in Florence, in the Pee Dee, inventory is up 64%.
Wow.
That's a massive jump. And that is why buyers now have more leverage.
Yes.
Months of supply, meaning the number of homes on the market versus the average number of homes that sell in a given month, is now at 5.5%. Now, that's a fascinating number, because at 6%, we statistically shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market. That month's supply number has been in the 2s, 3s for most of the last 5 years.
Right.
Which has put sellers in an absolutely cutthroat opportunity to demand as high of a price as possible. We're now at 5.5, inching towards 6. We're shifting into a buyer's market, and buyers are going to have more leverage.
You know what's interesting too, though, Reeves, is that is coming on the heels of Lennar and DR Horton just getting going in a big way in this town, which will ramp inventory.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many homes are going to be built by Lennar in Westbrook?
That's like 180. And they've got 10 going now.
And then DR Horton's got plans for what, 800, 900 homes off Hoffmeyer?
Right.
And both of them have now started construction. Both are now selling homes. There's a lot of inventory coming.
But I feel, some friends will send articles and say we're still in a housing crunch. We don't have enough housing. There's not, and I'll send back and say Florence is going to have enough housing, but that might be a positive.
Well, I think it is a positive.
That might help industry say, hold on, let me put my plant here where I can attract workers with affordable housing in a big way. Because how are they going to go live in Charleston?
Well, the median price in Florence, $226,000. That is, go look anywhere else in the country. You and I have had some conversations. I was in Homewood, Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
This past weekend. The median income in Homewood, Alabama, which is a very, small suburb.
Right outside of Birmingham.
It's $145,000, median income in Homewood. Very nice area, attractive area to live. Homes are not affordable for a lot of people in that area of town. But in our area, you can buy a house. And that's why prices are going to continue to go up in Florence. Even though we have a lot of supply, we are so far below the national average. We're going to continue to go up. We were up 13% in January. So, prices, despite, 5.5 months of supply on the market, prices rose 13% year over year compared to last January of 25 compared to this January of 26. So prices are not going down despite what we think they should be doing.
We're the largest city on I-95 in South Carolina.
Yep.
We're going to continue to grow.
And most of the other attractive markets, whether you go upstate, Midlands or the coast, they have saturated their price point.
Yeah.
Florence has not done that yet. And so that's why we're really excited and bullish about Florence.
We've got a Target. We're about to have a Publix.
Yep. What more do you need?
What more do you need? What more do you need?
I listed a condo yesterday, and in the remarks that I put out publicly about the condo is, look, this condo is less than half a mile from the Publix that will be here in 6 months. That's already under construction.
Wow.
And this condo, we listed it low. It needs some work. It's probably worth 150. We listed it for 120. And all you need to do is go paint the walls, put some new flooring in. You've got a phenomenal 1,200 square foot, 2-bed, 2-bath condo that you can live for $120,000 in Florence.
Right at the doorstep of Publix.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably by the time this airs, it's not going to be available because I'm showing it this afternoon. But there's still some good opportunities out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is so good. Can I give a little Susto update?
Let's do it.
All right, so working on booking a concert is interesting. I feel like I'm in the concert circuit a little bit.
All right.
I'm talking with Justin's managers, and we were working on September, and then the manager was like, hold on, we got a really good opportunity for a concert in Kentucky. I'm like, do that.
Yeah.
We can figure out another date. So we're working now towards late October. I think we want to have it at the Performing Arts downtown. We want to call this thing Double R Downtown, featuring Susto. The whole deal is, let's get a bunch of people downtown. Let's go eat downtown, stay downtown, walk to the concert. Let's get the mojo going.
This is going to be an annual event. I mean, the Double R Downtown, featuring Susto. It's going to be an awesome, opportunity and environment just for people from all around to come see what Florence has to offer. So
yeah, Justin's pumped on it.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin thanked me 3 times. He's like, Robert, I've really been wanting to get back to Florence. This is his hometown. And I mean, he would have said, don't do Kentucky if that's the date we wanted.
Okay.
And so he's pumped up. We got to make it happen. We're working on it. Everybody, let us know if late October, we need to get a little sense of, because if we rent the pack, we're committing. This is a pretty big commitment.
We got to go sell some houses.
I mean, we gotta get over 500 people.
Yeah.
At this baby, and I think we can. I think we can do it. So hey, sometimes you got to kind of throw a flyer out there and see what happens.
So this is a big opportunity, and like you said, it's kind of an expensive undertaking, but an expensive undertaking gives us an opportunity for the whole community to become involved, people to go to the concert, and for businesses to join with us to highlight what's going on in Florence. So what are the opportunities with businesses?
Yeah, I think we're finally ready to talk about sponsorships a little bit.
Yeah.
We'd love to partner with the right businesses that just feel like we could bring value. And I think we can do some unique marketing for them as well. We'll plug in some commercials inside of this. We get Izzy and maybe go shoot a little promo video at their business and just kind of sync it all together.
Yeah, I mean, especially any downtown businesses, because we're going to bring a lot of people into downtown, hopefully not just for that night, but maybe for the weekend if some people choose to make a weekend out of it. Even one of the things Rebecca and I did when we lived in Dallas, I was in seminary, we were dirt poor, but we needed to get away one night. And so I rented a hotel that was literally 2 blocks from the apartment we lived in. But
Wow. It felt
good. It felt like we had to get away. And Rebecca and I have booked a few nights different times at Hotel Florence.
Yeah, we have too.
And so maybe this is a thing, even if you live in Florence, come book a hotel.
Yes.
Hotel Florence.
Stay downtown.
Hyatt. Yeah.
Stay downtown for this concert.
Yeah.
Go eat, walk to the concert, and then let's go up to rooftop after it. We'll probably have Justin up there.
Yeah.
And then stay downtown. I think that'd be fun.
And to synergize that with several local business sponsors that really help make this thing a reality would just be a big spotlight on Florence that I think will be good for the whole community.
Absolutely.
Again, we go back to it so often. I go back to it personally. We've said it already in the podcast today with Chris. You got to have risk takers. And this is a way we can.
We gotta have Gary. We gotta have Gary back on.
We do need to have Gary back on.
We've got a good lineup coming, Reeves.
Oh my goodness,
We've got a good lineup.
We got some heavy hitters lined up on this podcast in the next month.
I feel like the podcast has really got a good foundation. We got some good traction. I love hearing from people talking about it. It's fun. This is awesome. Stay tuned.